أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to another video of Tarteel al-Quran. In this one we are going to look at Surah Nashrah and its correct pronunciation. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. To start with, the first word is alam, where meme's sound will not be prolongated, so it will be alam. Then second word is nashrah. A common mistake I've heard some people make is do a kalkala on sheen and ha, so it will not be nashrah, it will be nashrah. And ra before ha is a sound which you make with a round shaped mouth, so it is not ra, it is ra. So alam nashrah. Then laka, both sounds, both alphabets are short sounds. And then it is sad rak. So sad is again pronounced with a round shaped mouth, and dal has a kalkala after that, which makes it sad rak. And ra is a round shaped mouth, and kaf is a sakin, so we're not pronouncing the fatha. So this word is sad rak. After that, it is وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ. It is wa. Waw is pronounced softly with rounded shaped lips like you are about to whistle, so it will be wa. An incorrect way of reading waw is va, which is joining your bottom lip and the top teeth together. That will make it sound very harsh. So this is a very soft sound, which will be wawa. And then dod is again pronounced with a round shaped mouth, so it is wawa dar, joining with ain. And then noon and alif makes it prolonged, so wawa dar na. Next word is anka. So this sound of noon is extended where you do not touch your tongue anywhere in your mouth. You keep it in the middle of your mouth, and if you touch it, it goes anka. But if you do not touch it and keep your mouth slightly open, then the sound goes through your nose and comes out of your mouth as well. So it will be anka. And then next word is wizrak. So waw, again the same way as I mentioned before, and za is the hardest sounding alphabet, which is pronounced by joining top and bottom teeth together. So it is wiz, and ra is again with a round shaped mouth. So wiz rock. We'll do a stop at kaf because we're not joining in order to practice this verse. So again, this verse all in one go is وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ. Next verse is الَّذِي. So first thing to remember, when we're not joining it with the previous verse, we will read and start this verse as there was a fatha or a zabr on the alif. So we will read this as الَّذِي. And then dal, which is after lam, the way it is pronounced more accurately is by touching your tongue very lightly with your top teeth and sort of vibrating your tongue while you're pronouncing this against your teeth, okay? Don't push your tongue against your upper teeth because it will make it sound very hard. So if I join it or touch the tongue too harshly on the top teeth, it will sound like alladhi. But if I keep it very lightly touching the top teeth, it will be alladhi. So soft touch, okay? So alladhi, because there is a small madda. And then after that, the word is anqada. So noon again, the same sound as anka in the previous verse. So anqada. Qaf and dad are both the alphabets which are pronounced with round shaped mouth. So it is anqada. and then za, which is ta and za. Za is again pronounced with a round-shaped mouth. The difference between Dod's sound and za and its sound is that Dod sounds more like a dal but pronounced with a rounded shaped mouth, and za is sounding more like a za but it is pronounced with a round shaped mouth. So there are two different sounding alphabets. So za, rock. So this ha is a heavy ha, which is pronounced, its sound comes from your chest. So za, rock. Ra is again pronounced with a round-shaped mouth. So the verse is الذي أنقض ظهرك. Next verse is وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. So wow again softly, ra with a round-shaped mouth. Fa is plain, and ayn, if you can pronounce from your throat correctly, then that is good. If you struggle to pronounce ayn correctly, then you can pronounce it plainly as a hamza. Okay, some people are able to pronounce ayn very nicely, but some other people, they struggle. So if you can't pronounce it, you can pronounce it as a hamza. So correctly pronouncing will be wara. So wa is plain, ra is round shaped. So wara fa'na, wara fa'na laka. So laka is plain, do not prolong the sound of these two alphabets. Then lastly it is dhikrak. So again, the way we pronounce dal is we widen our tongue, we touch it very lightly with the top teeth, and then pronounce it. So it will be dhikrak. Okay, so there is no kalkala again on kaf, both after dal and after ra. So it is not dhikrak, it is dhikrak. Okay, next verse is فَإِنَّ. So the sound of noon gets prolonged. So it is فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ. So مَعَ, all short sounds. عُسْرِ, again, seen has no kalkala. So it is not عُسْرِ. So it is عُسْرِ يُسْرَى. So again, no kalkala on this scene as well. So yus, ra, because we're reading only one fatha as we are stopping, we're not joining with the next verse. It will be yus, ra, you will pronounce the alif as well. So this verse completely is فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. Next verse is إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. So as you've heard, the noise, the sound of noon, gunna, it gets prolonged. In, then ma'al. So all short sounds, not ma'al. So ma'al. Usri, no kalkala on sin. And ra, keep it nice and short if it is only dhamma, kasra or fatha. Try your best not to prolong even whilst you're trying to read the next word. Stop at instant, so you can't prolong while you're waiting to read the next word. So some people, what they do, because they don't know what the next word is, they'll go ma'al usri yusra. So ri is incorrect. Ma'al usri yusra. Yus again, seen does not have a kalkala. It is yusra. Next verse is فَإِذَا. Fa-i, short. Tha is dhal, as I've told previously, pronounce it softly. فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ. Do not do kalkala on ghain, because so many times people are so excited to do kalkala on the incorrect alphabets. So try to remember, do not do kalkala on this alphabet. So this is فَرَغْتَ فَانصَبَ. So the sound of noon gets prolongated, but again, you do not close your mouth. Keep your mouth slightly open and do not touch your tongue anywhere in your mouth. Okay? Then you will pronounce it correctly through your mouth and your nose. So فَانصَبَ. Sad again with a round-shaped mouth, and ba has a kalkala. Okay? So the whole verse is فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانصَبْ. Last verse is وَإِلَى, keeping in mind the sound of waw, which is softly spoken, not va, wa, I, la. So wa'i, short sounds, and la has a vertical fatha, hence it will be prolonged to some extent. So وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ. Ra is again a round-shaped mouth pronunciation of this alphabet. Ba has a shadda on it, so make it nice and very clear. So if someone is only listening to you whilst you recite, they should be able to clearly recognize that there is a shadda. Okay, so rabbika, not as clean. Rabbika, a lot cleaner. So wa ila rabbika farghab. So no kalkala on ra, because there are lots of alphabets in this whole surah with a jazm, which makes the sound stop for that alphabet. So do not go farghab. So that is very incorrect. It will only be farghab. So the whole verse is وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. Okay? So now I will recite the whole surah from the start to end, so you can see how the pronunciation and the recitation you can do. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب